This is the terrible impact of COVID on one family. The coffins of a mother next to her 2 sons. In November, they shared a funeral after losing their lives to the virus within 5 days of each other. Gladys Lewis, who was 74, and her sons Darren and Dean, in their early 40s, are part of the 100,000 people who've died from the disease. The figures are frightening for their family.
It's really scary. We're terrified. I got this fear of losing as well. I get worried, like, if my father will catch it again, or if one of my kids, or, you know, a close member of the family. I'm just worried all the time I'm going to lose somebody else.
It is devastating, and I wouldn't like any family go through what we've through.
The former mining communities of the Rhondda Valley in South Wales have the highest death rate from the virus in the UK.
A bunch of doctors, though. So
40% of hospital beds are taken by COVID patients.
I don't think in my worst nightmare I ever thought we'd get to these sorts of numbers. Purely in our health board, we've had over 1,200 deaths, which is nothing I ever considered.
Here, the fast-spreading variant is responsible for around 30% of cases.
In this community, I'm told that everybody knows someone affected by COVID, and the numbers keep going up, not just here, but nationally. Only a few months ago, there were 50,000 deaths linked to the virus in the UK. Now, that figure has doubled.
It means that the number of funerals have been relentless.
What has been unprecedented is the constant flow of funerals that we've had coming into the business, the firm. And there doesn't seem any let-up with that, and there hasn't been really since last spring.
Like so many, this doctor has been redeployed to care for COVID patients.
It's a very precarious position, but one that I think we are just getting on top of and hopefully getting out of now, and hopefully this will be the last wave and peak that we see with the vaccines coming on board. But I think we're all facing the next few weeks and months with a cautious optimism.
These NHS workers have given their all to save lives, but that hasn't prevented 100,000 deaths in this pandemic and a fear of how many more are to come. Lisa Dowd, Sky News, South Wales.